7 here, and I have court the day before Christmas Eve, and I hope Andrew sees this. I really want him to come back on Facebook. I hope he can give me one more chance because I did change a little bit these last few months, and I haven't did a live stream in a long time. But yeah, but I need to make things clear about what's going on. Um, yeah, I got court on 2 charges of battery and elderly abuse. I don't confused about the elderly abuse one because no, the cops did get called when I by my brother or because I hit my grandmother one time on the shoulder and I threatened my sister with a knife even though I wasn't going to use it on her. And yeah, um yeah, I did talk to my counselor Olivia and my grandmother thinks that they won't do anything to me since I have a disability. And my counselor Olivia said they might drop some of the charges on me or all of them, or that I might need to do community service. I don't know how to do community service. I don't really clean, so yeah. But I don't know what's going on. I'm scared, even though I'm not going to jail or prison. I'm still scared. And yeah, um, and also, yeah, my grandmother got arrested the day before Thanksgiving, the day before yesterday, but she did not steal anything. She got accused, and they saw on camera that she looked like she was stealing perfumes, which she bought the same perfumes from the store a long time ago, and she keeps her perfumes in her purse. And I don't know. And like the security guard told her he won't call the cops if she admitted that she did. She said the N word to him because he was a black security guard. He didn't like that, she said. Yeah, I was shocked because I was in the van with my uncle and my brother, and my grandparents went into the store, into Thunderbird grocery store shopping. But then eventually, my grandfather came out with the food. He said that my grandmother needed to use the bathroom or to, get something in the store. I don't know, like, I guess to use the bathroom. And then he was waiting for a long time. A police car came to the store. We're used to seeing police cars sometimes go to Thunderbird, but this time they came because of my grandmother. We didn't know. My grandfather sent me and my brother into the grocery store, to Thunderbird to find my grandmother. Me and my brother looked all over the store. We couldn't find and stuff, or sort of see her cart by the bathroom. And so we went back out and told our and we we went in with him, and he was looking for help. And then this one lady that works at the store, they was like, telling, on speakerphone, like, calling my grandmother's name. She didn't um the lady checked to see if she was in the bathroom. My grandmother was in the bathroom. And yeah, we was just waiting until my grandmother was in handcuffs by cops and the security guard. Um, yeah, she got accused. She did put the perfumes in her pocket, but it just because they fell out of her purse, and she decided to use the perfume for her neck. She only had 2 misdemeanors on her, and yeah, she was released from the mental hospital the same day, you guys. Yeah, because she didn't have any major charges on her. Just a little two misdemeanors on her. That's what she said. Um, yeah, she was so luckily she didn't stay in there for Thanksgiving or Black Friday. So thank God she was released, and then woman picked. Yeah, so it was a shock, and yeah, and then I need to go to court the day before Christmas Eve. I don't know why they would do it the day before Christmas Eve, where I needed to show up to court. Do it like next year in January when the holidays are over, and that so. Yeah, I just want to apologize, and I wish people would think of me as more of, more than just a gender, because there's more to trans people than just a gender. I was reading this one post on, on what was it called? Reddit? Yeah, on Reddit. And yeah. I'm sorry about that, you guys. I just wish that guys would just see me more than just a gender. Just see trans people more than just in gender. We're more than just a gender. And I was reading this one Reddit post about a transgender woman that got, ghosted and got blocked by guys when she told them that she's transgender. And she said something about on a date, which is a red flag. If you admit on a date to a guy that you're transgender and then he say you're just wasting my time, that just shows that he just wants sex. Just wants sex and nothing else. Don't want to really get to know you. So that really got it clicked to me. Maybe transgender people, maybe transgender people just get, just get judged and stuff, and that guys just, you know, before that they knew that they was transgender, they just wanted sex from them without getting to know them. Though that might be my case too, where guys are just ghosting me after I say I'm transgender. That just shows that they was probably just into sex anyways and not interested in getting to know me and stuff. And so yeah, that really just made me think different. Now I know if I met to a guy that I'm transgender and he say you're just wasting my time, then I know that he just wanted sex from me. So yeah, without getting to know me, so yeah, that pretty much sucks. And I'm and they need to understand that this is 2020s. It's not the 1900s anymore. Like, oh my god. So I'm more than just a gender. Like, who cares about what gender I'm in? Personality is more than a gender. Personality is more than a gender. So if a guy wants to judge me for my gender, then let him do that. But I'm not going to focus on them. It's phobic, so yeah. Who is that one person that keeps on looking at my stream and stuff? But Hey, but anyways, I just hope Andrew will come back on Facebook because, Andrew, if you're watching this, you really know me. You never left me because you know that I'm transgender and stuff. You never left me and stuff. You was always there for me, so that proves that you're a nice person and that you're not transphobic, even though you said that I'm good looking and stuff, but I don't know if you should really say that to a transgender woman. Maybe say that they're beautiful and stuff because that would be a lot better than to say good looking. So, yeah. So, just, advice. So, yeah, because I know transgender people well. I know what type of things that I want to be called and what type of things I don't want to be called. So, yeah. But my grandmother really liked you, so my grandmother really liked you, Andrew, so I don't get why you don't want to talk to her and me, so. But you should come back on Facebook and you just, give me one more chance. I'm definitely going to change in 2026. You know, it's been a really rough year this year. It's been a really rough year, but that doesn't mean that next year will be like this year. It could be a better year. You never know. I'm looking for a bright future of 2026 and also going to college that year. I was hoping to go to college this year and last year, but that never happened. I wanted to go to college during the fall, like, after I met you, and yeah, but my grandparents made a big deal of taking me. But I thought, everything is online nowadays. I thought it was just easy of just going to the college and just signing me up in person there. I did not know we need a birth certificate and stuff and to do, to do all, signing me up online. I did not know I had to deal with all of that. I thought it was easy to do. Yeah, so, yeah. I'm making a live stream because my phone is like out of storage. That way it's hard for me just to get, just to record that clip of Lydia McLean. Lydia McLean's voice. If you're wondering where that clip comes from, it comes from called, I don't know if it's a movie or something, but it called Escape from House of Gord. There's a part one and part two of it. Yeah. Um, yeah, I just mostly just about like females tied up in latex and chains and stuff and walking on treadmills with high heels. So it's more like a fetish thing. So yeah, House of Gourd is a fetish thing, and there's girls that acts like ponies and likes to get whipped and stuff. So yeah, it's more like a fetish thing, and yeah, I'm Lydia McLean likes whipping people and stuff. So yeah, she got that type of fetish. So yeah, I don't. She got like a lot of other fetishes in House of Gourd. So yeah, she was more of Gord's helper and stuff. She will help him with other things. So she wasn't a model all the time on House of Gord. You know, she would help House of Gord with other things like other projects and in some episodes she would just wear, it's real life, so these are real people that, real girls that wants, like fetish things. And yeah, but sometimes she would just wear regular clothes just helping Gore because she had nothing major in some of the episodes. So yeah, so she just wore her regular clothes and stuff. So yeah, but yeah, this one video that I watched showed a girl that was like, hooked to a, you know, like, I don't know what it's called again. A carriage or something. where the woman is acting like a pony and Lydia McLean is sitting in the carriage or something with a whip and stuff. So yeah, that was the first one. That was the first video that I watched from House of Gord with Lydia McLean like sitting in the carriage with a whip and like the woman that acting like a pony who's like half naked, like she like her boobs are like pierced and stuff. And yeah, I saw like when you see House of Gord, you see too much and stuff, too much weird stuff and stuff. And yeah, it's kind of like a it's kind of like shock value. It's just like it just shocked me out. So yeah, so yeah, and plus House of Gore got filmed at a mansion looking play house. You know, it was filmed in Washington State, so yeah. Yeah, but now since Gore died in 2013, just a regular lady owns the house now, and I texted her on her phone number saying, "Hey, your house was used for porn and was used for House of Gord." She did not say anything to me, the lady that lives in the house now since Gore died in 2013. So, yeah. So, I don't know if anybody nowadays took over Gord's project since Gord himself died. He's older than my grandparents, but he's British, and yeah, and House of Gord was filmed in Washington State. I guess he moved to the United States. Yeah, yeah. Hey, but yeah, House of Gord. Yeah, I don't know if anybody is taking over Gord's work now because I tried to tell AI and stuff. It just doesn't tell me a lot of information. So, yeah, it doesn't tell me a lot of information. But yeah, I'm not really into fetish things. So, yeah, that's how I found out about pony girls is from the House of Gord, where human girls act like ponies and stuff, and sometimes they can be naked and stuff and chained to carriages and stuff. It's kind of weird. So yeah, House of Gord was the most weirdest thing that I saw in my life. If you want to look it up, you can. I can't say that you can or cannot. You can just search at your own risk. But yeah, there's nothing gory. It's just, there's nothing gory. So, hey, hi. I wish, yeah, I wish Andrew would like give me another chance. But yeah, hopefully he will see this live stream and know my situation. It might come back on Facebook. So he did talk to me, so on YouTube. So the video I made for him. So yeah. But if you do want to search House of Gourd, it's kind of weird. I mean, there's nudity in it, so yeah. Yeah, there's nudity in it. Yeah. So just search at your own risk. Yeah, I was trying to make a video on pony girls, the weird side of, P. And the word start with a P and ends with an N. Don't think I can say that word because of YouTube's guidelines and stuff. And yeah, because my post got taken down when I made a post on Pony Girls, it got taken down because I said the P word. So yeah. No, a Andrew Mavaddat. You remember him when I talked to him this summer, and yeah, this year, Andrew Mavaddat. Yeah. I know I kind of made this live stream late at 9 because he usually, goes to sleep at 9. So, yeah. So I might need to make a live stream tomorrow. Yeah, maybe in the afternoon. I think maybe around maybe 7 or 8, maybe, before 9. I forgot what time I made live streams, where he commented in them. I don't know if it was I made live streams at 5 during the summer or at 6 or 7. I don't know. Yes. I added you as standard moderator, so yeah. But I just want to tell you that Andrew and I both had a misunderstanding because you guys know that Andrew gets upset when I say he's ignoring me, and that really pissed him off. But I didn't say that he was ignoring me. I just said that he was ignoring my thoughts, and he thought that I said that he was ignoring me, so he left Facebook and stuff. So yeah, it was just a misunderstanding. I wish he would just come back on Facebook because it was just a misunderstanding. Yeah, you're welcome. I don't. Dee Dee still hates me. You should tell Dee Dee to like me again and be my friend instead of hating. If he believes in God and stuff, then he should forgive me. Like, we need to keep everything that happened in the past. So, sure, sure. But who's that second person not touching? Hey, I know I don't get. I guess I don't get attention on my live streams anymore since I haven't made a live stream in like forever. Like since the summer, I mostly did live streams. I would definitely make live streams more during the summer next year because, I made live streams a lot this summer. So that should show that I'm in a happier mood because when season change, you know how during the fall you get depression and stuff and become sad, it's seasonal change. I don't know what it's called, but I feel like more like sad and stuff during the fall and stuff. I feel more sad during the fall. I'm much more happier during the summer. So yeah, I don't, yeah. Even though I was feeling suicidal a little bit during the summer and attempted to like harm myself, but I'm mostly happy during the summer. So uh, I attempted to harm myself a lot of swallowing paint and stuff, and yeah, I nothing happens to me. I never die, so. I also put spray in my mouth, and yeah, that never killed me. I did go to the hospital, but yeah, but I used armpit spray in my mouth, and yeah, I never got harmed by it, so because it's not harmful, I guess. So yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just no point of trying to like end yourself because you won't never die in the end. It just yeah. Uh, I just wish people would look at me more than my gender because, I'm transgender. I identify as transgender, a trans woman. And it's just like, guys, when I told guys on Bumble and Plenty of Fish, they just like, ghosted me, blocked me, stopped talking to me after I admitted to them that I'm transgender. And it's like, why is guys like this? Like women get to know us whatsoever, so make them not like me. So like we don't get to choose what gender we get born with. Yeah, yeah. Samantha recommended me getting in a relationship with a trans man. I mean, Samantha recommended me to date a trans man because they would understand me better. So, yeah, I might give it a try, but yeah, I don't know yet. I don't care that you are transgender at all. You are my friend. Thank you. Yeah, Andrew didn't even care that I was transgender either. I admitted to him that I was transgender when I first met him. He never blocked me or anything. Andrew never blocked me for being transgender. He knows me well. He knows me. He got to know me and stuff. So he knows me, unlike some other guys that just want to block me after I admit to them that I'm transgender, they just block me and stuff. That like hurts me because they didn't get to know the real me. They didn't get to know me, like my personality or what I like. They just judge me because of my gender. That makes me feel like they was only interested in sex. So I don't know. I don't know. Some people hate me on YouTube for no reason. That's the truth. Yeah, the trolls didn't even get to know me first. They just judged me because of my gender. They judged me for this and that. They didn't even get to know me, and I did get blackmailed. But this live stream is not about that, topic. It's about what's been going on recently and stuff, and what's been happening in my life. So, yeah. Yeah. And uh, this one creepy old man today who looked like he was in his 60s, but he claims he was in his 40s, liked me. He saw me in plenty of his, so he mentioned me on Messenger. He talked to me on Messenger. He sent me a text, and yeah, he was very creepy. I blocked him. So yeah, he was very creepy. I blocked him. There's no way I'm going to date a man in their 40s, or he looked like he's in his 60s, so no way. He looks like he's almost close to being around my grandparents' age. I only date men in their 20s, 18 to 36. That's how far I'm going to go, is 18 to 36. Because Dexter is 22, so he's young. Andrew is 33, so he's young. I only date young guys, not old men. That's kind of weird. If I date an old man, that would be kind of weird. No, I'm not a teen. I know I look like a teen. I need to get my ID. I need to get my ID, and my birth certificate. I cannot go to college without my birth certificate. Me and my sister are planning on going to college. Well, I'm going to college, so my sister, I told you, in my community post, I told you that it was my sister's 18th birthday back on October 5th. She's 18. She's 18, and we both are planning on going to college together next year. We need to get our birth certificates, and I'm from Minnesota. My family's from Minnesota. My grandmother's not from Minnesota. She got born and raised here in California. But if my mother can get me and my sister's birth certificates online. My mother can do that, my grandmother said. And yeah, but if we wanted to do it in person, then we would have to go all the way to back to Minnesota just for me and my sister to get our birth certificates, because I got born in Minnesota, honeys. I got born in Minnesota. I'm not from here, from California. Me and my family moved out of Minnesota in summer of 2014 after I graduated 5th grade elementary school. So yeah, so we just moved to California. But then we moved out of California for a little while. We moved to Idaho and Utah for a little while, and then we moved back to California, and we've been staying here ever since. I've been living in this town that I'm in for almost a decade. That's how long we've been living here, for almost a decade. You thought I was 17 or 16? Yeah. You know what was very funny? When me and my sister was in Medford, we we went to, my grandfather needed to get gas at the gas station, and like me and my sister couldn't get lottery tickets because we need a birth certificate and an ID to get lottery tickets. And the clerk made a joke saying that I looked like I was under 18 and stuff, and other people in the store was looking at me to see if they could tell that I'm over 18. It was just so funny. So yeah, I need proof that I'm over 18, because to me I look like to them I look like I'm a teenager. So if you think I'm 16 or 18, that's very nice. I wish I was a teenager again. But yeah, I'm not a teenager anymore. I'm in my early 20s. I'm 22. You guys know that I'm 22 years old. And yeah, Brian. Brian, are you a boy or a girl? Brian? Think you're a boy, right? A man? Woman? Yeah. Yeah. Um yeah, I told my grandmother something funny yesterday and I wasn't even serious about it. I said why can I just be can I just be a porn star like Lydia McLean? And like she said, "Oh, you don't want to go in that type of business." My grandmother said to me like you won't be happy. So I don't know, maybe I don't know why I said that, but I'm not going to be a porn star because I'm a Christian and I don't want to make God mad. So, yeah, and why would I even want to be a porn star? I'm going into acting for college, but I'm not going to be a porn star, just be a regular actress and just be in movies, like any movies, like horror movies, superhero movies, or whatever. So yeah, so nothing of going in that type of thing. So yeah. Oh, okay. So so you are trans or you're not? I don't know. I'm planning. I can't just wait to get on hormones and to get surgery, because after that, I would stop identifying as transgender after I get on hormones and get surgery. I would, I would stop identifying as transgender. I would be done with my transgender era and just be called a woman. Instead of being called a trans woman, I would just be called a woman after I get surgery and hormones. So, yeah, I would just be called a woman and not a trans woman. I will take the trans out of that. So yeah, that's my whole plan. So yeah, yep. So yeah, and not people don't like labels and stuff. So some transgender people, they just call themselves women. They don't call themselves trans women. They just call themselves women. So I'm not against that whatsoever, because if you identify as a woman or a man, then you are that gender, because we're all alive and we can pick what genders we want to be. And, just because, well, like, I did not have a choice. I was born with a certain type of gender, and I didn't choose to be that gender. Like when we get born and stuff, we don't get to choose our gender when we're in our, mother's stomach and stuff. We don't get to choose our gender. So yeah, but God loves all of us and stuff, and whatever makes us happy will make him happy too. So yeah, God loves everyone, you know. He's, really accepted God and stuff. So yeah, God loves everyone. So like he wouldn't be mad, so wouldn't be mad. Jesus wouldn't be mad either, so because just because we change our genders, it's not really harming anyone. That's not, you know, so that's not really harming anyone. But I'm just wondering about all the porn stars, all the prostitutes, all the strippers. What does their parents think about them being in that type of thing? Like, what does their parents think about, you know? Do they know? Do they not know? Like, if they do know, what do they think? I know when your kid becomes an adult, when your kid becomes an adult, they get to choose, they just get to choose what they want to be. If they want to be a porn star, they want to be a prostitute, they want to be a stripper, their parents can't do anything. They can't force them, not to do that. They're adults, so they get to choose what they want to do. So their parents can't really say anything about it, even if their parents are against it. So yeah. So because when your kid becomes an adult, you can't, control them and what they do and stuff. So you just have to wish them luck and stuff, whatever they're doing. So oh yeah, I don't see a problem with Lydia McLean. I don't see a problem. I mean, at least she's not hurting anyone, and the people that participating and stuff ask consent. So yeah, because consent always is the number one thing. If a person has consent, say if a guy or something has consent of her whipping them with a whip, then she can do that because they have consent and stuff. So if they like getting whipped, then yeah, even though that's a fetish thing, so yeah, it always comes with consent and stuff. So yeah, she's consent is important thing to her and stuff, and yeah, and keeps her out of trouble. So yeah, yeah. But yeah, I don't like getting whipped. I wouldn't like getting whipped, to be honest, because that will hurt and stuff. So yeah, but some people has that fetish and stuff that likes being whipped and stuff, and I don't know why, but okay. You do you. And if Lydia McLean likes whipping people, then I guess she has that fetish. So I mean, her do you, you go girl. So yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't like to be whipped, so or, or get involved in crazy fetish. But yeah. I just think that the pony girl fetish is the weirdest fetish that I ever saw in my life. So yeah. Where, girls like acting like ponies and stuff. It could be even men too that participates in that type of thing too, but I just don't understand why they like that. So yeah, that's really weird. That gives me furry vibes. So yeah. Uh, but yeah, even if Lydia McLean's parents are mad or sad at what she's doing, they can't do anything about it because she's an adult and stuff. Just like any of the just like any of the other girls and stuff that was on House of Gord, they all can do whatever they want to do. It's their freedom and stuff. So, as long as nothing is, as long as nothing illegal is happening, then everything's okay, as long as anything, if nothing illegal is happening. So, yeah, so it doesn't matter by the end of the day as long as nothing illegal happens. So, yeah. So, anyways, um, Andrew, I hope he does come back on Facebook. I'd be really happy if he does came back on Facebook. I hope he sees this live stream. I might need to make a community post on this live stream, and yeah. So yeah. And yeah, the comment section will be up, so you can comment just in case if he misses this live stream. So yeah. And at least I got two of you to comment my live stream, so yeah. But just because I have charges, even, I would like to get all the charges dropped on me and not just that by the end of the day. But if I do community service, I don't know. I don't know how to do community service, so I don't know how to do that. So I hope it's not a big job. If I did get community service, then I don't know if it's going to be a big job. It's like the fall and it's going to snow. It's going to snow, so where would they want me to do community service at? Am I the only one that going to be doing community service, or is other people going to do community service too? That also has charges on them. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's pretty crazy to think about that this is even happening to me. So, yeah. So I just, I don't, I shouldn't stress on it a lot because, they wouldn't put me in, I just have misdemeanors, so I won't get in. I won't go to jail, so we're prison, so we can mark that out of the conversation. So these are is either three things. They drop all the charges on me, they drop some of the charges on, or maybe four things. They drop some of the charges on me, they drop all the charges on me, they give me community service, or they decide to not do nothing with me, just drop the charges and that's it. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. So yeah, you never know what's going to happen. Oh, I'm tired. Yeah, I need to definitely do a live stream before 9. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or any day. I would like to make another live stream this fall for a fall live stream. I should have made more live streams during the summer. A lot was going on during the summer with me too. And so it was, it's always good, mental health always come first. And if you need time alone or you need a break from the internet, then have a break from the internet, have time for yourself, because yourself and your mental health is way more important. But yeah, so mental health always comes first and stuff. So yeah, I just need a break from the internet sometimes. I haven't been posting much because, I just needed a break. I just needed a break from the internet a little bit. But I know you guys enjoy my dolls and stuff, so I thank you for that. I know. I had dolls for like a whole long time. Ever since I was a kid, I had dolls. That's why I have so many. So, yeah, yeah, I have a lot of dolls, and yeah, it's hard for me to keep track of all of them, but I'm thankful for them. So, uh, but it's the 2020s. We shouldn't be thinking of transgender people as only, of their gender. We should be thinking about them as, about their personality, getting to know them, what they like, what they don't like, what they want to be called and what they don't want to be called, you know. So, always, be nice to transgender people. Always be nice, say nice, things to them. If you be nice to them and stuff, it will make them feel more confident in themselves and make them feel a lot, great about themselves, where they don't feel uncomfortable and stuff, because you can give them compliments and stuff, and that would really make a person's day, giving compliments, because it will help them, It will help them feel confident in themselves and make themselves feel, happy and great about themselves instead of bad about themselves. So, yeah. So, like, always, like, being nice to them. So, yeah, because every compliment will make someone happier and stuff. And, so, yeah. It will make them day because I got compliments and made me feel happy and made my day so a little bit better. So yeah, so always just give compliments to people, make them feel happy and stuff. So just be nice and stuff. So yeah, don't don't be annoying or anything. So unless if they want you to be annoying. So yeah, just yeah. Because we transgender people, we really love the compliments and stuff. We really love the compliments. We do. It makes our days. So yeah. Mhm. Yeah. So I like Lydia's make Lane's latex outfit. Want I want the same outfit to wear in videos and stuff. That would be cool. Yeah, I was figuring being a latex girl next year for Halloween. Um, I don't know, but I'm not sure yet what I want to be for Halloween next year because Halloween of 2026 is a very long time from now. And like Halloween was last month, so we still have a ways to go for next Halloween and next Thanksgiving too. And I'm looking forward to Christmas this year and eating food and making videos on the dolls that I get for Christmas like I did last year. Last year's Christmas was pretty good. It was better than 2023's Christmas, so I consider 2021 Christmas also being good and 2022 Christmas. Yeah, tell me 2022 Christmas was very fun for me. So yeah, my mother did come to our house for Christmas of 2022, so that was very fun. She also watched Let's Make like Deal or No Deal and Let's Make a Deal and The Price is Right with me. My grandmother was fun that year. So yeah, every holiday, every year is different and stuff. So we can, we always can pick which Christmas was the best and stuff. And I will say that 2022 Christmas was the best. So yeah, I mean last year was pretty, it was great. So oh, I'm hoping that this Christmas will be great like last year Christmas. Like last year Christmas, I had a hard time, staying awake for New Year's Eve for the ball to drop and stuff. I had a hard time waking up for that. So yeah. I mean I had a hard time, staying up for that. So hopefully I might just drink coffee for New Year's Eve. So I might just drink coffee and stuff if I'm feeling tired before midnight, 12 o'clock a.m. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so just yep. So we will see when that time comes. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. So have any info Yeah, my plans for next year is to go to college, so yeah, that's my plans for next year, all right. And also to like enjoy the summer. I hope we can go to the water park next year summer like we did this year summer. It's very fun going to the water park 2 times this summer in Reading. It was very beautiful with the palm trees and stuff. Like it was very fun. But I would never go on the wave ride because that made my body feel weird and made me feel scared, so not that ride. So yeah. Mm. Oh yeah. Water parks is always fun going to Christmas. This was the first year that we never went to the lake. This year my grandparents didn't want to take us to the lake with the dock like we did every other year. So yeah, we just basically just went to the water park in Reading. It was fun going down there and stuff. We did get Subway along the way, but we also needed to go to Walmart in Reading and to other stores to get swimsuits and other things before going to the water park. So yeah, but it was kind of expensive at the water park. But yeah, it was kind of when we went down there the second time we stayed there. The second time we went to the water park during the summer, we stayed there, for the night one because they was having a special thing at night. Yeah, it was very fun. So yeah. So yeah, it was very fun. I should have more. I should have shown more pictures. Or the my grandmother took. I did take a picture of me right next to the palm tree at the water park. I kind of looked terrible in that photo, so I didn't really wanted to show it on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I hope you guys had a great summer too this year. It was fun going to the water park. The first time we went to the water park, Andrew was taking his father to Santa Barbara for a little vacation for like a day or two or something like that. So it didn't really matter if he didn't talk to me on that day since, or, you know, because we was going to the water park on the same day him and his father left to, to, um, Santa Barbara. Me and my family stayed in Santa Barbara for a little bit. I did go to school there a little bit. That was back when I was in middle school. So yeah, long, long time ago. So yeah, I think it was 2015, I think. I think, yeah, like a close to a decade ago. Yeah. But at the water park, when I was at the water park, the 2 times I went to the water park, I couldn't stop thinking about Andrew. I loved Andrew so much, just like how how I loved my ex-boyfriend Raven so much. I loved, my ex-boyfriend so much, Raven. I couldn't stop thinking about him on days when I didn't see him. So yeah, when I was at the water park this year, the 2 times we went to the water park, I could not stop thinking about Andrew. Like I could not stop thinking about him because that's how much I was in love with him. I could not stop in my mind. I could not stop, but I was also having fun there at the water park too, going on rides and stuff. It was fun little water park. So yeah, and I still had food. We also got some food. They didn't allow people to bring their own food to the water park. Like if you guys notice at water parks, they don't allow you to bring your food into the water parks because they want you to buy their food And that just doesn't make sense. It's just like they're greedy for money at water parks. But their rides are fun, so I wouldn't complain about it. But I mean, it was just a little bit pricey still. But yeah, she just kept the snacks. I did have some of the snacks that she snuck into the water park in her bag. Water park was open at night too, so yeah, and it was fun going down the water slides. Now I'm talking about what happened during the summer. I realized I would, instead of just regular, s- you know, s- skates, I got hockey skates, and yeah, I just, I end up, my ankles, part of my leg and ankles, well, no, part of my legs were all, you know, a thing basically got, you know, I forgot that word, but it was where my legs were bloody and stuff. It like the skate, the hockey skate like digged into my skin, and yeah, and my skin was wet and it was bloody and it was wet at the same time. I don't know what you call that, like yeah, it just digged into my skin until my leg was in a bad state, for a week or so, just to heal up. So yeah. So we're going ice skating this year. The field trips that my siblings' school they have field trips where the family is invited. So yeah, we're going ice skating next month in December because that's when it is. But there was ice skating last year during the fall, so during November. But they're having it later this year in December, so I'm going ice skating in December. I always get, I always hesitate before going skating because I'm afraid that I will slip and my face will hit the ice when I skate. So I need a hold, one of those things, that old people, use to walk. Yeah, I needed to use one of those type of things, so I wouldn't fall. So yeah, I can't think tonight. I'm kind of tired, so yeah. But you guys know what I'm talking about, and yeah. But and plus there's workers there, there's staff and stuff that helps people that doesn't know how to ice skate. So I got help by a girl, so by a woman that worked there, and she was pretty nice and stuff, and we was fighting and talking last year, and yeah, we just had fun ice skating. My sister was really great at ice skating. There was a point where I didn't even need to use the practice, needing to use that one thing to walk. I was getting better at ice skating, and the girl did tell me that I was great at using the hockey skates because she's not good at using hockey skates, just regular ice skates. So yeah, because I was given the hockey skates instead of the regular skates. So yeah. But I guess I was pretty good. I so yeah, it was pretty fun, and I'm looking forward to ice skating next month in December. So yeah, so ice skating, and yeah, I don't know if there's any other field trips, but yeah, ice skating is fun, even though it's not really my thing and not really my favorite sport. My favorite sport is swimming. I am very great at swimming. If you want to have fun with me, during swimming, like splashing each other and, going underwater, like, and whoever swims the fastest, like, I will, game on, I will bring, let's see how far we can swim. So yeah, I can swim in the deep end. I could, my grandparents didn't allow me, but if I wanted, if I wanted to, but my grandparents wouldn't allow me, if I wanted to, I could just swim on the others, swim on to towards the other side of the lake. That would be very, 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 very deep, but I could do it. And I also know how to float in my back when I'm having trouble. I know how to float on my back too. So yeah, so I'm very great at swimming. And yeah, so I'm up for the challenge. So yeah. Oh yeah, so if you want to swim with me, then bring it on. Bring it on. Because trust me, I will be underwater. I was great at, like going underwater with swimming goggles and just seeing the water, you know, under the water and stuff. So it was very fun. I need to get swimming goggles again. So yeah, very fun. So yeah. But hey, one person that's watching, how are you doing? But yeah, I kind of did this live stream late, so I did this kind of live stream late, so yeah, I should have did it much earlier, but a lot of things were going on earlier, so yeah. Oh hey, yeah, but hey, hey, Chico, hey, yeah, it was hey, how are you doing? But I that is why Andrew talks to me on my other channel, but he doesn't consider coming back on Facebook. Does that make any sense? I'm not being mean to him because I'm just, I get confused by Andrew, but I still love him and stuff. You know, I mean, he's not those guys that judge me just because of my gender and just ghost me and stuff and just block me or whatever. So I guess I don't he's doing. I guess he's doing good. Maybe he's helping his dad at the hair salon still. But I wish I wish I did, I made that video on my other secret account and he commented on it 9 days too late, but he commented on it. He commented on it like 6 hours ago, and I didn't today because a lot was going on today. But I guess, yeah, because I told him about the charges that I have and stuff, and yeah, he said he hopes that the charges or something will go away. So yeah, so I guess he still cares. I guess he still cares about me somewhat if he's commenting on my other channel. I guess he somewhat cares about me, so I guess he cares about me somewhat, so it's not like it's not like he's, through with me. It's not like he's through with me, so I mean, he cares about me somewhat, so if he cares about me, then he must love me, so yeah. I just, Andrew, Dexter, they never judge me just because of my gender. Sure, I'm not on hormones yet or surgery, but still, every trans person has to start off somewhere. So, yeah. So it's complicated of, getting hormones and stuff. It's complicated because you need a primary doctor. The doctor will refer you to people that does the hormones and stuff and talk to them about it and stuff. There's a lot of things, a lot of steps to do. So, yeah, it's harder than I thought it would be. So, I thought the doctor does the hormones, but I guess I was wrong. So, yeah, the doctor doesn't. So, I wish because that would have been a lot easier, but yeah, everything, if it's not one thing, it's the other. So, yeah. But after I get hormones and I get surgery, then I done with my transgender era and I will move to on, to a new era in my life where I don't, where I just call myself a woman instead of a trans woman. Just call myself a woman after I get surgery and get on hormones. So yeah. And also I need to get laser hair removal too. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to laser hair removal because yeah, because if you do laser hair removal, then it feels like it feels like you're getting zapped or like a rubber band like snapped at you or something. It feels like that, or you get zapped by a laser or something. I don't like those type of feelings, so I don't know if I was going to get laser hair removal. I would rather be put to sleep while they're doing it because because my body is sensitive to uncomfortable, you know, you know, uncomfortable, you know, um, uncomfortable, you know, feel, I don't know. My skin is sensitive to things, and yeah, I when it or like a rubber band snapped at me or something, like I just don't want to get uncomfortable, you know, you know, uncomfortable feelings and stuff. You know, if it was like I just, geez, everything is pain, even waxing, shaving can be a pain. Uh, Shaving, waxing can be a pain, but waxing is a lot better than shaving if you want a smooth, face or smooth body and do waxing. So I guess we'll have to feel the pain and stuff. I am I am not, expert when it comes to laser hair removal and, hormones and stuff because yeah, I'm not familiar and I'm also not familiar with the side effects and stuff. So yeah, but I heard after you transition, when you get on hormones and you get surgery, I heard that it gets easier for transgender women and men to date and stuff. So I guess it's not easy for me right now, is it? Because the way that but even if I was on hormones and got surgery and stuff and I was on hormones, it wouldn't change the fact that guys would, still block me and ghost me because they will still block me and ghost me no matter what I'm on and stuff. They will just block me and stuff. So, yeah, so there's up and downs with things. I was thinking of not telling the guys that I am transgender and for me and them to get to know each other and stuff. Maybe if they get to know me, for me and stuff, then my gender, and then I might feel comfortable of telling them my gender and maybe they might not care since they really know me. I'm not quite sure, you know. So I'm not quite sure, I cannot speak for men and stuff, so I'm not quite sure what they feel and stuff. So, oh, sorry, bad connection, but yeah, I feel very happy for people that goes on hormones and stuff. That might be really exciting to feel that. So, yeah, so I can't wait until myself gets on them, so I might feel happier, might feel more confident in myself, I guess. So, yeah, I still need to see a primary doctor to to get where I'm going and stuff. So, and me and my counselor have been talking about this, and stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, me and my counselor been talking about this and stuff, and also talking about me going to college next year. So yeah, so things been pretty good. Good so far. I'm looking forward going to college next year. So yeah, I still need to get my birth certificate, and my sister does too. So yeah. My sister was in a relationship with a Muslim YouTuber. Him and her been talking on think on Discord and stuff for a year already, but they're not in a relationship anymore because his parents, something about his parents and stuff, and yeah, I don't know what's going on between them. No, my sister heard me say that. Like, my sister told me to stop. Yeah, she doesn't like when I talk about her and stuff, so yeah, she heard me, so. Oh well. Oh well. She got he, I mean her boyfriend, he looked really good looking guy, so yeah. And he works out, so yeah. Very good looking guy. My sister's 18, and yeah, I think I don't know. Is he? I think he's 19 years old. So yeah, I think he's 19, or he's the same age as her. He's an adult, so he's like either 18 or 19. Like yeah, so I'm not quite sure. It's either 18 or 19 he is. So yeah, because my sister turned 18 back on October 5th. So yeah, and my brother turned 17 on October 22nd. So yeah, my brother's going to be adult next year. So yeah. Yeah, pretty much most of us is just all of us in my family is adults, except for my brother. He has to turn 18 next month. I mean next year, October 22nd, 2026, and then on that day all of us will be adults then. So yeah. So my brother still has a year to go still, so yeah. I wish I had another sibling, to be honest. I wish I had a baby sibling and stuff. That would be cute. I wish I had another sister. Yeah, another sister. So, yeah, but yeah, that's not going to happen. And, that's not going to happen. So, yeah, I wish I had another sibling. But, yeah, I'm all right with my two siblings I already have because they're kind of get me annoyed and stuff. So, sometimes, so, yeah. Yeah, two siblings is just enough for me. So, yeah, so. Yeah. But my grandmother really loves babies, so every time when she sees a baby inside a store and stuff, she will compliment the baby and yeah, and talk to the parents and stuff because my grandmother loves babies and stuff. So yeah, so she always, we compliments and stuff in stores and stuff. So yeah, when she sees, someone with a cute baby and stuff, and yeah. So, my grandmother had 9 kids, so that shows that she really loved babies and stuff, and yeah. So, yeah. But I'm all right with my two siblings. I don't need any more siblings, even though I wish I had another sibling, only one more sibling, but yeah, I'm okay with my two siblings. They're just enough for me, so yeah. So I'm pretty happy just to only have two siblings. I also have a third sibling, but she's deceased. And yeah, it's very sad. I showed on my channel with my sister, Jasmine. So yeah, very sad. But yeah, she's in heaven, and yeah, two siblings are just enough for me. So yeah, my two half siblings because they have different dad than I do, so they're my half siblings. But yeah, so they're only my half siblings. I'm the only one well, my deceased sister, she was half Colombian, and I'm half Colombian, so I'm the only half Colombian in my family because my dad was full-blooded Colombian, and he was born in Colombia. He was adopted by a couple in Minnesota, so yeah, that explains why half Colombian. Because my Colombian side, um, comes from Colombia, so yeah. I'm half Colombian, and yeah, I'm pretty glad to be half Hispanic. So, yeah. And that explains why I love spicy stuff, and that explains why I love, I'm not, that explains why I love nicer weather than cold weather. So, yeah, even though I, even though I was born in Minnesota and graduated elementary school in Minnesota. I always went outside in the snow. I guess maybe I was used to the snow in Minnesota. Just, I guess since I've been out of Minnesota, I'm just not used to the cold that much anymore. So, yeah. Yeah. So, I'm not from California. I didn't get born in California. I got born in Minnesota and graduated elementary school in Minnesota because me and my family, he's in a way over decade relationship. So, yeah. Yeah, way over decade relationship. So, yeah. He's been in a relationship, I don't know how long, but it's been before I was even in school. I think he's been in a relationship since the 2000s. So, it's been a while for him. So, yeah, he's taken. So, yeah. Um, yeah. But I haven't seen him in person since I was 11 years old. So yeah, I haven't saw him in person. Before we left Minnesota is when I saw him in person. So he hasn't saw me and since I was 11 years old. So yeah, the last time he saw me in real life was when I was 11 years old. So it's been over a decade already. So it sucks, but it's just the way it is. So, yeah, he lives in Minneapolis, Minnesota. You guys all know Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's a popular city in Minnesota. He lives in Minneapolis. So, yeah, so my family used to see him in Minneapolis. But, yeah, but yeah, so it was fun in Minnesota. So, that's how I can relate to the character Riley from the movie Inside Out because she's also from Minnesota and she moved out of Minnesota, moved to California, just like me and my family did. We moved out of Minnesota and we went to California. So yeah, so I can relate to her character very much. So yeah, I can relate to her character very much. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, hey, three people that's watching. Are you still here, Chico, or not? Kid Wonder? Yeah. Hey, three people that are back. How are you guys doing tonight? It's 10:49 p.m. for me, California time. So, yeah. Yeah. And, you know, yeah, but Dexter, Dexter's straight, but he knowing that I was transgender, but he never judged me or anything. He thought I should have been born as a woman, and I wish other guys thought the way that Dexter thinks. So yeah, but Dexter, he can be super nice and stuff. So yeah, and he also has autism. So yeah, don't be too harsh on him. But yeah, but sometimes he just doesn't know right from wrong. So yeah. But I'm not going to get into all in Dexter again. But yeah, that's a different story. So, But how are you three people doing today? How are you guys doing? Yeah. Did you guys do anything yesterday for Thanksgiving and today on Black Friday? Did you guys get any great deals on things on Black Friday? Like, what did you guys get on Black Friday if you guys went shopping on Black Friday? My grandparents just went shopping for food. They told me on Black Friday there is no sales on food, even though we need food, even though people need food to survive. So I don't know why the food wasn't on sale too. Because isn't that what's supposed to keep us alive is food and drinks like water? Yeah. Yeah, our bodies don't run on anything else except for water. I love drinking water. It's very good for you. So, yeah, so uh but but I don't know why the trolls call me fat because no one called me fat in real life. I actually look skinny and even in pictures. So, yeah. I love eating salad and stuff and love eating vegetables and stuff. I love broccoli and bell peppers and celery and all those good vegetables, and I love dipping them in ranch and eating them. I've been eating a lot of vegetables this year and stuff and salad. I love putting extra ranch on my salad because it's really good. So, and yeah, I love broccoli. I love dipping broccoli in ranch and eating it. It's so good. A lot of people don't like broccoli, but I love broccoli because it's one of my favorite vegetables. So, and also like bell peppers and dipping bell peppers in ranch. That's also good. And also dipping like jalapeno peppers in ranch is also good. And I got a thing for Parmesan cheese. I love putting Parmesan cheese on my noodles and on my mac and cheese. It's very good. Like, it's very good. And also on my ravioli and spaghettis. So, yeah. Parmesan cheese is always good on a lot of things. And even for corn, I love putting mayo in my corn and putting like, that type of spice, that pepper type of spice in it, and also yeah, and I think and parmesan cheese. So yeah, you have to try that. I know it might sound disgusting, but it's really good. It's really good to put mayo in your corn and that one spice that I forgot the name about and parmesan cheese. It's really good, so it's really good. And yeah. So who is a fan of eating vegetables with ranch? It's a snack and it's really good for you, so I love it. So how am I fat when I eat healthy stuff like vegetables and stuff? Like why am I getting called fat by trolls online? I don't understand. But that's kind of being like fat phobic if you know what I mean. Um I've been eating healthy, so yeah, I get, I can only eat so much cake and stuff. I only can eat so much cake and I can't eat anymore. So I only can eat so much cake. So I love eating cupcakes. Cookies are great. Subway sandwiches are healthy. I love everything on my Subway sandwich. I love all the vegetables on my Subway sandwich. I love Parmesan cheese with my Subway sandwich, mayo. Even all Subway sandwiches, I want all the vegetables in there, and I want mayo in there, and Parmesan cheese, everything on it. All the vegetables I want in my Subway sandwich. And yeah, it's loaded with vegetables. So yeah, I love my vegetables all right. So yeah. What is my least favorite vegetable with ranch? I mean, I still love it, but it's not really, it's, my least favorite. My least favorite would be dipping like maybe celery in ranch. Celery roast ranch doesn't really change the taste that much. So that might be my least favorite. I do love eating celery still, but it might be my least favorite. My second, my most favorite is dipping bell peppers in ranch, and then broccoli is my second. So yeah, I love my bell peppers all right. So yeah, I love bell peppers. That's why I've been eating bell peppers with ranch this year. So yeah, I love my bell peppers all right. So yeah, and drinking lots of water. So yeah, I've been drinking coffee, more this year. So yeah, and also pop like Diet Coke. My grandparents always buy Diet Coke, even though I'm not big on Diet Coke. I still, I think it's a boring pop to drink. I rather drink like Fanta because Fanta's my favorite pop, or like Coca Cola or Dr. Pepper. Not really Diet Coke, but I still love Diet Coke. I like drinking it when I feel like drinking it and stuff. So yeah. So yeah, I have my up and downs with Diet Coke. So yeah, but I drink it every year. So if you guys love Diet Coke, then just say you love Diet Coke. So yeah. But if you love regular Coke, then that's fine. That's fine. I drink regular Coke too. And yeah. I also drink knockoff brands and stuff of pop before. I also love drinking root beer too. And you can always buy ice cream and make your own root beer float. All you just need is ice cream and root beer, and that's it. You just pour the root beer into the ice cream, and then you have your own root beer float. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I just been eating healthy this year. That's why I lost some weight. So yeah, I think I did. So yeah, I've been eating healthy. So yeah, I'm not overweight. I mean, I am a little bit overweight, but not that much. I'm just have an average type of body. So yeah, just an average. So, but my but my ex boyfriend Raven, he liked overweight people too. He was skinny. He liked overweight people, so he didn't really mind how my body looked like. So yeah, I didn't mind. So, but you know, I just yeah. I just been eating healthy this year for the most part, so yeah. I do love eating chips too, and also dipping my chips in French onion dip. French onion dip is really good for chips. So yeah. I also love guacamole too with my Subway sandwich. Even though if you want guacamole in your Subway sandwich, it would have it cost a little bit more for guacamole for some reason in stores. So yeah, if you want it with your food, it will cost a little bit more. So yeah, I don't know what is with guacamole where it costs a little bit more. So yeah, but I have that in my Subway sandwich. So sometimes, so yeah, guacamole. So yeah, um, yeah. So yeah, I think Andrew still does love me, but he just doesn't want it yet. Anyways, I'm going to bed now, and yeah. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good night, and I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. So yep, good night now. Bye. Bye.